Hello and welcome back to the Rock the Old Firm YouTube channel. My name is Ben Banks, here to look back on the Scotland squad announcement that has just happened in the last sort of 30 seconds or so as I record this. Can record it as promptly, no real surprises I don't think for anybody, despite the fact there's 3 new call-ups into the squad, albeit I think everybody sort of knew about those prior to the squad announcement just after 12 o'clock today. Go through the squad just now, just should be a wee graphic flicking up on your screen about now. In goals, no surprises, Craig Gordon, David Marshall and John McLaughlin. They've been the 3 goalkeepers in the last sort of 12 months under Steve Clarke. Liam Cooper beating Andy Considine into the team. There was a bit of debate over what one of them would go in, and it's the Leeds United captain who's won that. And then Declan Gallagher, Grant Hanley, Jack Hendry, Scott McKenna, Stephen O'Donnell, Nathan Patterson gets his first call-up after form at Rangers this season. Andy Robertson, Greg Taylor and Kieran Tierney making up the defence. So no real surprises there. Nathan Patterson competing with Liam Palmer, and he just about won that. I think few concerns over Liam Palmer's fitness. In midfield, Stuart Armstrong, Ryan Christie, John Fleck, James Forrest returns to the squad after injury, Ryan Fraser, Billy Gilmour, John McGinn, Cal McGregor, and Scott McTominay, David Turnbull as well, and for his first call-up. And then the 3 strikers, Che Adams, Lyndon Dykes, and Kevin Nisbet. So there's first call-ups for Billy Gilmour, David Turnbull, and Nathan Patterson in Steve Clarke's squad. Start with the people who aren't there first, and commiserations to them. Andy Considine, probably a bit unlucky to not be there after being in the squad since early last year. Lawrence Shanklin, pretty similar, he dropped out the last squad there, and perhaps without wanting to take too much fun at or poke too much criticism Dundee United system with, if they played a system that actually accommodates him, probably goes as well. And Kevin Nisbet gets ahead of him. Brilliant season for him, and not to take away from that. And Liam Palmer as well. Liam Palmer's been a stalwart of the squad and just drops out at the final hurdle to Nathan Patterson, which will be a sore one. But overall, a really strong squad. I suppose the big notable omission for players that haven't been capped was Ryan Gauld. His form in the Portuguese top flight has seen him won the Liga NOS's Player of the Month for April. He's got 9 goals and 7 assists for a struggling team, and he's likely to go to one of Portugal's top 4 sides. He was previously at Sporting Lisbon, but he's likely to go to Porto, Benfica, Braga, or back to Sporting in the summer. Top teams in Spain as well looking at him, and perhaps a bit of confusion over why he's not there. And other players who aren't there, who are usually there, Ken McLean's injured, so is Ryan Jack. Those 2 are especially big blows, as they would be shoe-ins should they have been fit. And Ollie McBurney as well was a likely candidate, but he's fractured his metatarsal. The 2 midfielders with knee injuries. Not much to add on the goalkeepers. I think everybody would have been stunned if it was anybody else. John McLaughlin for Liam Kelly was one that prompted a bit of debate, perhaps Xander Clarke in there as well. With an eye to the future, obviously all these goalies into their mid-30s now. Craig Gordon sort of approaching his 40s. So perhaps a wee bit of debate there, but overall no real surprises, and they've done a good enough job for the national team so far. Liam Cooper beating Andy Considine to me, although Andy Considine's been a good defender for Aberdeen and things like that. To have a Premier League captain in your squad ahead of him, it's a no-brainer really. With all due respect, and Liam Cooper's been brilliant when he's played for Leeds United this season. They're going to finish in the top half under Marcelo Bielsa, and he's been a big part of that, so you can't not take him. Declan Gallagher has been a stalwart of the squad. Didn't expect a lot of changes, and even though he's not played the last few weeks for Mull, I think everybody sort of thought his place was already booked due to his performances in previous camps. Same with Grant Hanley, same with Jack Hendry, who impressed in the last camp. Scott McKenna is the same. Stephen O'Donnell has made 18 caps for the national team. He was always going, even if he didn't have his legs to go with him. I think he would have still went. And Nathan Patterson. People might debate this one because he's not played a hell of a lot of football for Rangers. He has sort of come in and out of the squad, especially recently with COVID breaches. But more definitely going to be Scotland's future right back. It's a proven position, and it'll be good experience for him. Even if he's not playing, I think Stephen O'Donnell will be the first choice pick. But even if he's not playing, good experience for him nonetheless. And then Andy Robertson, Greg Taylor, Kieran Tierney, they were always going to be in as well. Midfield, Stuart Armstrong, Ryan Christie, John Fleck, again, stalwarts of the squad, we're always going to be in. James Forrest back from injury, perhaps a wee bit of doubt over him due to he's not played a lot for Celtic this season, but whenever he's played for the national team, he's stepped up to the plate. Ryan Fraser was one. Steve Bruce, Newcastle United manager, saying it was a bit of a gamble to pick him due to the fact that he injured a lot in the second half of the season, but Steve Clarke picking him nonetheless. You can see why. Lyndon Dykes linked up with him really well in the October camps. I think he did really well, and in last camp as well. He had a goal contribution in every game, so can't complain with that. Perhaps the biggest talking point will be Billy Gilmour and David Turnbull's inclusion. For me, they have to be in. They've been immense for their clubs, really, when they've been given the chance. I know that might seem a bit bold, since Gilmour's, again, similar boat to Nathan Patterson, perhaps less so because he has only come into the squad in the last month, but I think it's clear to see that Billy Gilmour's going to be the future of the Scotland national team and want to build around, alongside David Turnbull, who's won Celtic's Player of the Year, despite only playing half the season, which just sums up how well he's did so far. John McGinn, usual vice-captain. Cal McGregor, the same, a leader in the change room. Che Adams did well in the last camp, as did Lyndon Dykes, as did Kevin Nisbet, so they will lead the forward line. So I think there's a lot to be positive about in that squad. No real surprises, but at the same time, you wouldn't really pick many players to go out for other players. And the only one you could argue is Ryan Gauld. I think apart from that, then it's a very, very strong squad. So we hope you have enjoyed this wee quick recap of the squad. Do remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video. Plenty of content coming in the next week. Exclusive interviews, Scottish Cup final stuff, and then building up to the Euros as well. So hit the subscribe button, like the video, and until next time, take it easy.